Success doesn't start with luck. It starts with a goal that stretches you, challenges you, and forces you to grow into someone you've never been before. Most people don't fail because they aim too high and miss. They fail because they aim too low and hit. The real secret to success lies in setting goals that make you reach. When you set a goal that stretches you, it's not just about achieving something, it's about becoming someone. The purpose of a goal is not what you get, but who you become in the process of pursuing it. Every great achievement starts with a vision that seems slightly out of reach, something that pushes you to build new habits, learn new skills, and think in new ways. You see, it's easy to set small goals. They don't require much effort, and they don't ask you to change. But small goals rarely inspire. They don't light a fire inside you. Big goals, stretch goals, are different. They excite you and scare you at the same time. They wake you up early and keep you up late. They force you to confront your excuses and grow beyond them. If you want to change your life, you must start by changing your standards. Don't wish life were easier. Wish you were better. Don't wish for fewer problems. Wish for more skills. Stretch goals make you better. They train your mind to focus, your emotions to stay steady, and your habits to stay strong. Think of a rubber band. It's only useful when stretched. The same is true for you. Growth doesn't happen in comfort, it happens in challenge. The person who sets big goals learns more, does more, and becomes more. Now here's the truth. You won't hit every stretch goal perfectly, and that's okay. Because the real victory isn't just reaching the goal. It's the transformation that happens along the way. When you push yourself beyond what's easy, you begin to uncover your potential. You find out that you can endure more, create more, and achieve more than you ever imagined. So, how do you set goals that stretch you? Start by writing down what you truly want, not what others expect, not what's comfortable, but what excites you. Then break it down into steps, habits, and timelines. Measure your progress, celebrate small wins, and keep moving forward even when it's hard. Because progress is built on persistence. Remember, the bigger your goal, the stronger you'll need to become. And that's the point. Don't set goals for what you think you can do. Set goals for what you must become to do them. So stretch yourself. Set a goal that makes your heart race a little. Reach for something that makes you feel alive. Because when you aim high and work with discipline, you won't just achieve more, you'll become more. And that, my friend, is what true success is all about. Growth begins the moment you decide to step outside your comfort zone. Most people spend their lives staying in what feels safe, avoiding challenges and repeating routines that keep them comfortable but small. Yet deep down, everyone knows that comfort and growth cannot coexist. The real change, the real transformation, happens when you push yourself beyond what feels easy. When you set goals that stretch you, you begin to unlock the potential that's been sleeping inside you all along. The comfort zone is like a warm blanket on a cold night. It feels good, but if you stay under it too long, you'll never rise and face the day. Life was never meant to be lived in comfort, it was meant to be lived in purpose. And purpose always demands growth. The moment you set a goal that challenges you, something that makes your heart race a little, something you're not entirely sure how to achieve, that's when you begin to grow. It's not about immediate success. It's about stretching your limits, building endurance, and discovering that you're capable of far more than you thought. Growth over comfort means being willing to fail, to stumble, and to start again. Every mistake becomes a lesson. Every setback becomes a stepping stone. It's not supposed to be easy, because easy never changes you. The difficulty you face on the path to your goal is the very thing that refines you. Each challenge reveals hidden strength, deepens your faith, and sharpens your focus. When you choose growth over comfort, you are saying yes to becoming stronger, wiser, and more disciplined. You see, comfort keeps you the same, but growth transforms you. Comfort whispers, stay here, it's safe, while growth shouts, there's more in you, go find it. The people who achieve great things aren't necessarily the most talented, they're the ones who dared to be uncomfortable. They faced rejection, fear, and failure, but they didn't stop. They understood that every time they stretched themselves, they expanded their capacity to handle more in life. More success, more responsibility, more opportunities. Choosing growth over comfort is a decision that must be made every day. It means waking up earlier when you'd rather sleep in. It means speaking up when you're afraid of what others might think. It means trying again after you've fallen short. It's a mindset that says, I will not settle for small dreams when I'm capable of big ones. When you live this way, life begins to respond differently. You start attracting possibilities that match your new level of courage and commitment. So, if you truly want to transform your life, stop choosing what's easy and start choosing what makes you grow. Stretch yourself, take risks, and embrace discomfort as a sign that you're moving in the right direction. Every step outside your comfort zone is a step toward your potential. And one day when you look back, you'll realize that all the struggle, all the stretching, and all the uncomfortable moments were not breaking you. They were building you into the person you were meant to be. The real purpose of setting a goal isn't about the reward or the destination. It's about the transformation that happens along the way. When you decide to pursue something meaningful, something that requires effort, patience, and growth, you begin a process that reshapes your character. The goal itself is simply the tool that life uses to bring out your potential. Achieving the goal is wonderful, but who you become while striving for it is what truly matters. Every time you set a goal, you create a vision of your future self. Someone wiser, stronger, and more capable. You're no longer the person who started, you're someone evolving through every challenge and every small victory. Goals give direction to your energy, but it's the journey that gives meaning to your existence. The long hours, the setbacks, the self-doubt, the persistence, these are the moments that build the foundation of real success. They turn you from someone who wishes into someone who works, someone who dreams into someone who does. When you chase a goal that stretches you, it forces you to confront the parts of yourself that need growth. You learn discipline because without it, you won't last. You learn patience because progress takes time. You learn courage because fear will stand in your way. And as you push forward, little by little, you notice that the person you are becoming is far greater than the person who started. That's the hidden beauty of goal setting. It's never just about what you get. It's about how much you grow. Think about the last time you set out to achieve something big. Maybe you didn't reach it as fast as you hoped. Maybe you failed once or twice, but what happened during that process? You became stronger. You became more focused. You discovered new levels of perseverance that you didn't know existed. That's the true value of a goal. It molds your character while it shapes your future. Even when you fall short, you're still further ahead than when you began. A goal gives meaning to your effort. Without one, you drift. With one, you grow. It acts as a mirror that reflects your habits, your mindset, and your limits, and it challenges you to break through them. Each step toward your goal demands that you level up mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And once you grow to match the size of your dream, achieving it becomes almost inevitable. So, when you set your next goal, don't only focus on the reward. Think about the kind of person you want to become while chasing it. Let your goals stretch your spirit and strengthen your resolve. Let them teach you who you really are. Because the greatest achievement isn't crossing the finish line. It's realizing that you've become someone new, someone stronger, someone who no longer doubts what's possible. That transformation is the real prize. And it's worth more than any reward you could ever earn. Raising your standards is one of the most powerful decisions you can ever make. The truth is, life will always meet you at the level of your expectations. If you expect little, you will get little. But the moment you decide that you're no longer willing to settle for average, something changes inside you. You begin to look at your habits, your actions, and your mindset, and you realize that everything you do must now align with a higher level of excellence. Setting stretch goals is how you bring those higher standards to life. They push you to grow into the person capable of living at that new level. When you raise your standards, you stop wishing for an easier path and start focusing on becoming a stronger traveler. You don't complain about challenges anymore because you know they are the tests that shape your strength. You stop blaming circumstances or waiting for luck to change your story. Instead, you take responsibility for your own growth. Every time you set a higher standard, you're declaring that you deserve more, not because life owes you, but because you are willing to become more. Many people dream big but live small because their daily standards don't match their dreams. They want success but hold on to lazy habits. They want growth but avoid discomfort. But progress only comes when your actions rise to the level of your goals. If you want to climb higher, you must stop doing what keeps you low. Stretch goals are not meant to intimidate you. They are meant to elevate you. They require discipline, commitment, and focus, the very traits that turn potential into power. High standards also change the way you see yourself. You begin to value your time more, protect your energy, and surround yourself with people who inspire you instead of drain you. You start setting boundaries that keep you focused and consistent. Slowly, your confidence grows because you're no longer depending on motivation. You're driven by principle. You realize that success isn't something you chase. It's something you attract by the person you become. The moment you stop settling for less, life starts giving you more. Every higher standard you hold yourself to forces growth. It teaches you that you are capable of greater strength, sharper focus, and deeper persistence than you ever imagined. And even when you fail at a higher level. Each time you stretch yourself, you move closer to the person you were meant to be. So don't lower your goals to fit your comfort. Raise your standards until your effort matches your potential. Let your dreams be so big that they demand your best every day. You'll find that the journey itself becomes the reward. Because in striving for more, you'll discover that you've grown into someone unstoppable, someone disciplined, someone who refuses to live an ordinary life. Persistence is the bridge between dreams and reality. Every great accomplishment is born out of moments when quitting seemed easier, but someone decided to keep going anyway. The path to any meaningful goal is never smooth. It's filled with obstacles, delays, and disappointments that test your willpower. But it's in those very moments, when progress feels slow and success seems far away, that real transformation begins. Every step forward, no matter how small, builds resilience. Every time you refuse to give up, you strengthen the foundation for your future success. Big goals take time. They demand patience and endurance. You can't plant a seed today and expect a tree tomorrow. Growth requires seasons of struggle, of learning, of waiting. During those times, it's easy to doubt yourself, to question whether your effort is worth it. But persistence teaches you something priceless. It's not about how fast you get there, it's about staying faithful to the journey. You may not see immediate results, but every ounce of effort you give adds up. The results will come, not all at once, but in the right time, when you've grown strong enough to handle them. Persistence transforms not just your habits, but your identity. Each time you push through fear, fatigue, or failure, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than your circumstances. It's not the easy days that build you, it's the hard days, the ones where you show up even when you don't feel like it. Persistence is choosing progress over perfection. It's doing one more rep, taking one more step, writing one more page even when no one's watching. And that consistency, that quiet determination, eventually separates the dreamers from the achievers. Even when you fall short of your biggest goals, persistence ensures you don't walk away empty-handed. You gain experience, wisdom, and a deeper understanding of what it takes to grow. Every setback becomes a lesson in patience. Every failure becomes a message of strength. What once seemed impossible begins to look achievable, because persistence reshapes your belief in what's possible. The beauty of persistence is that it doesn't require perfection. It only requires commitment. You don't need to have everything figured out to keep moving. You just need the courage to try again, even after disappointment. You might stumble 10 times, but if you get up 11, you've already won. That's how transformation happens, slowly, silently, through persistence that refuses to surrender. So, when the path gets hard, remember that persistence is your greatest ally. It keeps you focused when your emotions waver, it fuels your faith when results are invisible, and it turns ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. Keep showing up, keep working, and keep believing. Because in the end, Persistence not only brings you closer to your goals, it turns you into the kind of person who can achieve anything. The heart of this speech is a reminder that true success isn't about comfort, speed, or perfection. It's about growth through challenge. Setting goals that stretch you transforms every area of your life. It teaches you to embrace discomfort, raise your standards, and stay persistent even when progress feels slow. Every obstacle you face becomes a lesson, and every failure becomes a step towards strength and wisdom. When you aim higher than what feels possible, you don't just reach for a goal. You become the kind of person capable of achieving it. The journey itself molds you into someone stronger, wiser, and more disciplined. In the end, the real victory isn't only in achieving your goals, but in discovering the powerful version of yourself that was waiting to emerge all along.